back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I upload 4 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. And if you aren't new here, welcome back. In this video, I'm talking about washing a wig. So I'm going to go ahead and slide to the side so that I can put some clips in. This is one of the wigs that I washed. This is Sensational's Shayna, which I have an update on this. I have a full review. This is one of my most favorite wigs. I actually slept in this wig for like 2 days, which you really shouldn't sleep in synthetic wigs, but I did anyway. And so she came out really, really nicely. I noticed she's a little bit more tangly at the ends than she was before. I don't think it has anything to do with the washing per se, but the fact that I was like sleeping in her, so I might have to trim her up a little bit. But I think with how long that I've been wearing her and the fact that I've slept in her and washed her, that she has held up really, really well. So I will show you the other 2 wigs, how they ended up. But when you want to wash a wig, it's kind of really a simple process. What I do is I get a very large pan or like an old plastic bin, or you can even do it in your sink or your bathtub. I put a little bit of Tide Clear without like perfumes or dyes or anything, just to make sure that you don't do anything to the wig that you do not want to do. I add in a little bit of Downy fabric softener because remember, wigs are synthetic. They are fibers just like your clothes or what have you. So you want to use things to wash them like you would anything that was made of fibers. What I normally do is I put them in there, I swish them around, I let them sit for a little bit, and then, you know, I'll come back and rinse them out. One of the big tips for washing a wig is when you're washing the wig, and I'll use one of the ones here that I washed, is I always hold it from the wig cap to shake the water off, and then you want to make sure, just so that you don't mess with the fibers, that you just pull from the top and, you know, pull the moisture out and pulling like down on those fibers. You don't want to do what you would with your hair, which is like scrunch it up or anything like that, because you could damage the fibers. Then what I do is I actually have a drying rack, like a clothing drying rack, and if it's nice out, I'll put it outside, lay the wigs on there to air dry. You could blow dry them if you needed to. I tend to not wash wigs that I need like right immediately. And then this is how they turned out. So Miss Shayna, a lot of times if your wig smells weird, or maybe you feel like it just doesn't look as great as it did, try washing it first and then see what the state is. The one nice thing about synthetic fibers is whatever you did to it, once you wash it, it will go back to like sort of its natural pattern, whether it was wavy or curly or what have you. The other thing is, like, I can feel how soft this is using that Downy. It's like a deep conditioning when you do your hair. This is exactly how it feels. Plus, it smells really good. So this is how Shayna turned out after washing her. I'm super happy because I love Shayna. I actually did buy Shayna again in another color, and I'll be doing a video on sort of my favorite wigs and getting backups of them in different color and see if I actually still like them if they are in a different color. That's a future video. So the other wig that I washed was a Charisma long ombre wig. I think it was 24 inches. There is a review on this. I wore her quite a bit. I actually did end up cutting her. I wore her quite a bit, and she just like, they have really great wig caps with all of like sort of this stretchy mesh situation, which is awesome. But I find like a lot of times I wear my Charisma wigs out and I get like sweaty from dancing or whatever, and I felt like the wig cap smelled. So I went ahead and washed her. I think she turned out beautifully. You can see how easily the brush goes through, and she looks really gorgeous and just healthy, and it just looks super nice. And wig cap smells good too. So that got rid of that. So this is how she turned out after washing. And then the last wig that I washed was another Charisma wig that I have a review on, which was the short bob. This is sort of a yaki textured. It smells great. I actually haven't brushed her or anything. I wore this wig a lot. You can see this a lot on my Instagram. And I'm pretty sure I did an update video. If not, it's coming up in an update video, and you can see the full review. But she feels great. She looks good. And she turned out really nicely. So this is how beautiful it looks. It looks just like it did in that original review. So there you go. That is how to wash a wig. It's not super complicated. One thing to keep in mind when you do wash them, if you've put any like powder in the part, or sometimes, you know, you can use foundation or powder on the inside of the cap, that could wash out. So just remember, like when you wear it again, you might have to reapply that. Other than that, is my quick little video on how to wash a wig. If you have any additional questions, please put them down below. If you have any like tips or tricks on how to wash a wig, please also put that down below. We can share our tips and tricks and hacks and stacks. Is that a thing? I don't think so. Anywho, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video. Bye!